My name is Frank Clegg. I'm the CEO of Canadians for Safe Technology, a 100% volunteer-based organization of citizens, parents, and scientists focused on raising awareness of the harmful effects from wireless technology. We provide information on how to use wireless devices more safely and work with all levels of government to provide a healthier environment. I've spent over 40 years in the technology industry. My most recent position was president of Microsoft Canada, and I've seen the tremendous benefit technology can provide. I've also seen the potential harm if technology is not used correctly. In my opinion, our current implementation of wireless technology is not safe, and I'm especially concerned with our plans for 5G. I don't make this statement lightly. I've met with experts from institutions such as Harvard, Yale, Columbia, and the University of Toronto, and I've met with an expert advisor to the World Health Organization and one of the lead scientific writers for Al Gore's team that won the Nobel Prize. Over 250 scientists from 40 countries signed a formal appeal to the World Health Organization and the United Nations member states expressing their concern over the harmful effects of wireless technology, and added an additional appeal for the effects of 5G, especially the effects on children. Hundreds of peer-reviewed scientific papers have been published demonstrating harm to humans and the environment. This evidence includes increase in cancer, sperm damage, reproductive harms, memory and learning deficits, especially in children, and damage to our DNA, nervous systems, and the cells in our bodies. Unfortunately, Health Canada and the FCC are stuck in the 1920 science that states tissue must be heated to be harmed. The last update from Health Canada of our safety guidelines was deeply flawed. 5G has all the issues associated with 2, 3, and 4G, plus some additional concerns. Because of the technology limits, 5G will require significantly more antennas, and they will be significantly closer to our homes, schools, and places of work. We have one instance where a small cell antenna has been installed 20 meters from a child's bedroom. Any lamppost, telephone post, or hydro pole is a candidate for a potential 5G small cell antenna. In addition, 5G technology uses millimeter waves for the first time. These frequencies are similar to those used by the US and Israeli military in crowd control systems. Now, scientists hired by my industry state that the power is significantly higher in these active denial systems. That may be true, but I'm not sure it's relevant. We have no clue of the potential harm from exposing people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to millimeter waves. In fact, there has been no testing to prove and ensure us that 5G technology is safe to humans and to our environment. That is why we're calling for Health Canada to do a comprehensive review of the science-based evidence. This review should be based on the international standards used to evaluate and analyze scientific research, should consist of an independent panel that has the appropriate resources. This type of review has never been conducted by Health Canada. There is a better alternative. Fiber optic and wired connections are up to 100 times faster, do not emit radiation, therefore they're safer, they're more reliable, they're more resilient, and they're more protective of our security and privacy. The IEEE has stated that wireless technology will continue to consume 10 times more energy than their wired counterparts. Our federal governments gain billions of dollars in revenue in spectrum auctions and ongoing licensing fees. But there has never been a complete analysis of the total costs from wireless technology. That's why we're calling for a total economic analysis of the potential revenue versus the economic burden from wireless technology. These costs should consist of, but not be limited to, increase in healthcare costs, the cost of lost productivity due to health effects, and the cost in breaches of privacy and security, as well as the cost in the harm to our environment. Some applications need a wireless connection, but the majority can use a wired connection that is safer, faster, and in some cases cheaper. That is why we're calling for a shift in mindset to wired and fiber connections first, wherever and whenever possible. My industry is installing the infrastructure for 5G at a very rapid rate, even though there are few, if any, devices that can take advantage of 5G technology today. That is why we feel it is responsible and necessary to call for a moratorium on 5G spectrum auctions, as well as a moratorium on the installation of new small cell antennas until Health Canada has completed its proper review of the scientific evidence and the full economic analysis has been completed. Estimates are there will be an additional $11 trillion in revenue from 5G technology. We also know it is very difficult for government regulation to keep pace with the rapid change in innovation and technology. That is why we're calling for a shift in the responsibility and accountability so that my industry take responsibility to prove that technology is safe before it is released to the market. We have a model for chemicals that we can build on. This is similar to the accountability and responsibility that we expect from the automobile industry and from the pharmaceutical industry. Today it is possible to install a small cell antenna 20 meters from a child's bedroom without any notification to the neighborhood and without any consent from the local municipality, town, or city. That is why we're calling for a change in legislation that requires more transparency and notification to the local community and more consent from local government. We have provided many references for you to do your own research. We encourage you to go to c4st.org and read the full 5G appeal and review the over 50 references we provided. I mentioned the emfscientist.org of 250 scientists from over 40 countries around the world. There's also a 5G appeal to the European Union from 350 scientists and medical doctors. The Bioinitiative Group has reviewed over 1,800 peer-reviewed published papers that show harm to humans and the environment from wireless radiation. Dr. Deborah Davis at the Environmental Health Trust is part of Al Gore's team, and Dr. Joel Moskowitz at saferemr.com at the University of California, Berkeley is a wealth of resources and references on the potential harm from wireless technologies. Dr. Magda Havas has lectured in over 30 countries and published over 200 papers. If you prefer your information in French, please go to Stapon La 5G. We hope once you've done your research, you will sign the appeal and share the appeal with your friends, families, and coworkers. Thank you.